To sort Bill.com API webhooks. Start by understanding what webhooks are and how they work. Webhooks are notifications sent by Bill.com to your application when a specific event occurs, such as when an invoice is paid or a payment is made. The Bill.com API provides a way to receive these notifications and process them in your application. First, you need to set up a webhook endpoint in your application to receive the notifications. This endpoint is a URL that Bill.com will send the notifications to. You can set up the endpoint using a framework such as Express, JS or Django, depending on your programming language of choice. Once you have set up the endpoint, you need to configure Bill.com to send notifications to it. You can do this by going to the Bill.com developer portal and creating a new webhook subscription. You will need to provide the URL of your endpoint and specify the types of events you want to receive notifications for. When Bill.com sends a notification to your endpoint, it will include a payload with information about the event that occurred. This payload will be in JSON format and will contain details such as the type of event, the ID of the object that triggered the event, and any relevant metadata. To sort the webhooks, you need to process the payload and determine what action to take based on the event type and other factors. For example, if you receive a notification that an invoice has been paid, you may want to update the status of the invoice in your application and send a confirmation email to the customer. One way to sort the webhooks is to use a switch statement or a dictionary to map the event types to specific actions. For example, you could have a dictionary that maps the event type to a function that handles that event type. When you receive a notification, you can look up the event type in the dictionary and call the corresponding function to handle the event. Best practices for sorting Bill.com API webhooks include handling errors and exceptions properly, validating the payload to ensure it is in the expected format, and implementing retry logic in case the notification fails to process. You should also ensure that your endpoint is secure and can handle a high volume of notifications. By following these steps and best practices, you can effectively sort Bill.com API webhooks and build a robust and scalable application that integrates with the Bill.com platform.